I am delighted to be with you this afternoon to have the opportunity to share a few thoughts with you. Ladies and gentlemen, our country, every region, and every state in our great nation is in the midst of an unprecedented demographic transformation. The kinds of changes we find ourselves in the midst of, you're going to have to buckle your seatbelt to deal with them. And if you ignore them at your own peril. There are lots of things we can debate today politically. I want to suggest to you that basic demography is not one of them. It is one of the most predictable things in the world. I assure you, if you're 5 years old today, 5 years from now, you're going to be 10 years old. Your birthday comes the same time every year. You just add one to what it was last year, and voila, you got it. In fact, every year when I go in for my annual review with my dean, I come out with a big raise. Because I walk in and I tell her, I said, you know, the last year we met, I was 60 years old. You know what? I'm 61 now, and next year when we meet, I'm going to be 62. It's called forecasting. I'm the best in the business. The kinds of disruptive changes we find ourselves in the midst of, they're going to dramatically transform all of our social, economic, and political institutions. They're going to transform the workforce. They're going to transform workplaces. They're going to transform consumer markets. Everything is going to be transformed, and I want to talk about what are the 6 disruptive trends that undergird that transformation. I want to talk about where I see challenges and opportunities for us, and hopefully there'll be time at the end for us to have a few questions and some discussion. I'm going to be looking through the lens of the decennial census. As you know, every 10 years we conduct a full enumeration of the population. I'm going to be drawing upon 2 decennial censuses, the 2000 and the 2010 census. And in addition, because now we have a new way of collecting data, we no longer have to wait 10 years to figure out what the big trends are. There's a new survey called the American Community Survey, and it is administered to a representative sample of the U.S. population on an annual basis. And so I will be drawing on the 2000 decennial census, the 2010 decennial census, and the American Community Survey up to year 2015 to give you some sense of what the trends are. I want to suggest to you that there are 6 of them. I'm going to list them and we'll talk about each one of them and what it means for the financial services industry. The South rises again is the first one. The browning of America is the second one. Marrying out is in is the third one. The fourth one, the silver tsunami is about to hit. The 5th one, the end of men. I actually didn't make that up. That's the title of a book by an author by the name of Hannah Rosen. She's a writer for the Atlantic magazine. If you don't have time to read the book, she preceded publication of the book with 2 articles in the magazine. I highly recommend the book to you. And the last one is Cooling Water from Grandma's Well and Grandpa's Too. The Cooling Water from Grandma's Well is a song. I'm not going to sing it, but you'll become apparent what I mean in a minute.